Hello everyone, welcome back to another lesson. While watching these videos, please keep something to write with and your classwork books nearby. This will make it easier for you to take notes, write down interesting thoughts, and therefore have a better lesson. And perhaps, most importantly, although classes have been indefinitely suspended, learning never stops. Let's rock. In today's lesson, we will have a quiz. First, I will show you the questions that you should try to find the answers to. Then, we will review the video from last time. Finally, we will have our quiz. If you like, I suggest that you write down these questions. That way, when you are listening and watching, you can pause if you think you found some information related to these questions and write it down. So first, here are the questions. Number 1. Where did Albert Einstein come from? Number 2. When was he born? Number 3. Who said he was stupid? Number 4. What did he receive when he was 5 years old? Number 5. What age was he when his first scientific paper was published? Number 6. What famous theory did Einstein come up with in 1915? Number 7. What did Einstein think about violin later in his life? And finally, number 8. What did Einstein say about imagination? Right, now let's review the video from last week. Who is one of the most famous scientists and inventors who ever lived? Young Einstein. Albert Einstein was born on the 14th of March, 1879, in Germany. As he was Jewish, he moved to the US to escape Hitler and the Second World War. Unbelievably, when his grandmother first saw him, she said he was stupid. Little did she know. Apparently, or it has been said, he didn't talk until he was 4 years old, and even then, he would repeat words and sentences over and over again until he was 7. When he was about 5 years old, his father gave him a simple pocket compass, which became his favorite toy. From that day on, he became obsessed with magnetism, which means that he became very interested in magnets and how they work. What about you? Do you have a favorite toy from when you were, let's say, 5 years old? Also, is there anything that you are obsessed with? That means, what are you very, very, very interested in right now? Oh no, it seems as though Einstein was a little bit of a naughty student, maybe? Apparently, he didn't like the way his grammar school taught him. With all that discipline, stand up, sit down, sit still, sit well. And unluckily, he got expelled from school. Expelled means, uh-oh, you cannot go to school. You have to go to a new school or stay at home. But the school thinks you are too troublesome. Einstein's childhood. From the age of 7, he started loving mathematics and science. What about you? Do you love these subjects? Hehe, if you do, maybe you will be the next Albert Einstein. When Einstein was about 10 years old, a friend of his who was much older than him gave him a lot of books about science, mathematics, and philosophy. Huh? Wait. What? What is philosophy? Philosophy is all about how we think about life. By the time he was 16 years old, he had already published his first scientific paper. Wow, that is completely amazing and unbelievable. There have been some stories which said that Einstein failed math at school, but actually, that is absolutely not true. He was always top of his class at math. That means he was always the best student, and he could solve some really difficult and complicated math problems. He also loved geometry and algebra, and nobody taught him these subjects. He did it by himself. He always tried to prove different math theories on his own. Wow, he sounds super smart, and he was. What was his life like after school? Even though he wasn't a top student at school at everything, when he got a bit older, he certainly made up for it. When he and his family moved to Switzerland. In 1900, he started teaching math and physics. Einstein was often a bit disorganized, so if you are as well, don't worry, there's hope. As an adult, he often forgot appointments, and because his amazing brain was all over the place, his lectures or his lessons that he taught at school were a bit difficult to understand. Oh my, even his appearance was a bit disorganized. He had uncombed hair and never wore socks. Uh-oh. Even at very fancy dinners, he would arrive very untidy with crumpled clothes and, of course, no socks. Okay, let's jump into the questions. Number 1. Where did Albert Einstein come from? 1. USA. 2. Hong Kong. 3. Germany. 4. UK. Did you get the answer? Well, time's up. He was born in Germany, and later he moved to the US to escape Hitler and the Second World War. Okay, question number 2. When was he born? Number 1, 1921. Number 2, 1879. Number 3, 1789. Or number 4, 2010. Okay, time's up. Albert Einstein was born in 1879. What about you? When were you born? Question number 3. Who said he was stupid? Number 1, grandmother. Number 2, father. Number 3, mother. Number 4, sister. Who said he was stupid? Okay, time's up. The answer is his grandmother. Hopefully, no one has told you that you are stupid. That's not a nice thing to say. Question number 4. What did he receive when he was 5 years old? Number 1, a model train. Number 2, a model rocket. Number 3, a laptop computer. Or number 4, a pocket compass? Okay, time's up. The answer is when he was about 5 years old, his dad gave him a simple pocket compass, which became his favorite toy. Question number 5. What age was he when his first scientific paper was published? Number 1, 16 years old. Number 2, 79 years old. Number 3, 42 years old. And number 4, 34 years old. How old was he when his first scientific paper was published? Time's up. The answer is number 1. He was only 16 years old when his first scientific paper was published. That is really amazing. Question number 6. What famous theory did Einstein come up with in 1915? Number 1, Newton's law of motion. Number 2, theory of relativity. Number 3, theory of everything. Number 4, theory of evolution. What famous theory did Einstein come up with in 1915? Time's up. The answer is number 2, the theory of relativity. Question number 7. What did Einstein think about violin later in his life? Number 1, he loved it. Number 2, he hated it. Number 3, he was indifferent. Number 4, none of the above. What did Einstein think about violin later in his life? The answer is number 1, he loved it. Finally, question number 8. What did Einstein say about imagination? Number 1, it is less important than power. Number 2, it is more important than knowledge. Number 3, it isn't important. Number 4, it is less important than health. What did Einstein say about imagination? Okay, time's up. Einstein said imagination is more important than knowledge. Therefore, the answer is number 2. Well, how many questions did you get right? Well, don't worry too much if you didn't get them all right. Everyone makes mistakes. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope it was useful, and I hope you learned something. Remember, we don't have face-to-face classes these days, but learning never stops. Take care and see you next time. Goodbye.